What's up, YouTube? It's your truly Rock Combo, aka the Professor on the Sticks, and I'm bringing y'all a full scheme from the trio offset formation. These trio formations in this year's game are probably the most popular, most ran scheme in all the tournaments, all the pro players, and whatever playbook they use, a lot of these playbooks have a certain type of trio formation. And this is one of my favorite trios. It's the trio offset from the Seattle Seahawks playbook. A lot of people know about the PA Hawks dig, which I'm going to go over, and then I'm going to go over some of the other plays. And at the end of it, I'm going to kind of put it together and show you how I come out and run it. So I always come out on the bubble screen, but I'll go over all that towards the end to put it all together for y'all. But now I'm just going to go over the individual plays by itself. I always come out on the PA bubble, and if I think it's a zone play, all you do is hike and throw, easy 5-10 yards right there. Most people run zone in this year's game. Man is just complete trash. I mean, every route just tears up man coverage. So a lot of people run zone blitzes to all-out coverage defense from zone coverage. And anytime they run any type of zone, even this, you have a flat zone. It does not matter. It's gonna get torched. So you know, it's not like a home run play, but it's gonna make your opponent respect that play. And anytime they are in man coverage, it's not as good as I'll show you why. So they're in man coverage, you'll see the guy ends up shooting in. Let me try that one more time, give you a better example. But if it's man coverage, as you see, the guy shoots in, and you don't get any gain. Really, when I come out in this play, I look and I see there's 3 guys over the top, so that makes me a little weary. But I see the one high safety, so that means it's going to be either cover 1 man or some type of cover 3, most likely. Not a lot of people run man cover 1. So if I see two high safeties, and all 3 receivers are covered up by a corner or a linebacker, then I'm most likely thinking it's going to man all audible out of it to some of my different audibles. And I'll go over all this in a little bit. So that's my base play that I come out in. It's not what I run every single time, so don't get confused with that. Let's go over the next play in this. The halfback counter. We'll just come out in 2-man under. Okay, so what you're reading out here for the halfback counter for you to audible into it is there's no one outside this outside linebacker. There's not going to be a corner over there. As you can see why, your left guard was going to pull, and he's going to pick up that guy. Then all you have to do is swerve around that safety, and you're off to the races. However, if your opponent is base aligning, you see I just base aligned right there, and it brings over the corner to the right side of the field. So not only does my blocker has to still take that outside linebacker, and then my tight end is taking one of the middle linebackers, and I still have to evade the corner and the safety. So this is not a good time to run this, because see right there, you'll just get hit from the line of scrimmage. So anytime they base align, I do not run the counter. What I would run is the inside zone. So inside zone is a great play, especially when you see 2 high safeties. This is a time when I really like to run this play. So inside zone, halfback bases, some of the different trap plays, like all these shotgun running formation plays are really nice in this year's game. And I'll show you a little trick that all the pro players do to get even better running out of it. So as you can see, the inside zone, that's probably my favorite run play in this formation. I really like the counter though if they do not base align, because it's definitely a home run threat. Be sure not to hit the turbo until after your left guard pulls and blocks the end, because if you hit the turbo too fast, they can shed off the block and tackle you. So you just want to make sure to lay off the turbo. I know it's very tempting to do, but just lay off it for a second, you'll be good to go. So those are the 2 run plays that I really like. Anytime they don't have 8 people in the box, that's when I'm going to run the ball, because this pass play is so effective that they don't want to stack the box, because they want they have to have a lot of people in coverage. So if they don't stack the box, that's when it's a numbers game. It's just like what you see in all this college football with these spread games. They try to spread you out and then run in between the tackles, do different zone reads and all that stuff. If they see the box only has like 5 players in it, that means they have an advantage in the box to run the ball. So it's the same type of thing as real life concepts. We're just actually transferring it to Madden. Okay, so those are the 2 plays. the two run plays I really like. Now I'm going to show you a little gimmicky play. Halfback slip screen. It's not on my audibles. I do not run it too often. But really all I do is I put A on a streak, I put B on a drag, and then I usually keep the running back as is, just in case it's man coverage, because my gimmicky little thing doesn't really work too well against man coverage, because the man guy will actually take the drag route. But if it's zone coverage, it's a very effective thing to do. And then my bailout, if it's man, once again, is just hit the running backs with the RB. So what you can do is just that was a terrible example of it. What you're gonna do is just streak A, put B on a drag route, and I usually slide protect my line to the right. You can motion in a step to get a little bit of a little turbo usually, but so this is a very gimmicky play. But if they're blitzing you, if they're zone blitzing you, it's very nice, because especially if you just do it a couple times a game. And of course I forgot to actually hike the ball. My other controller was falling out of my hand. I apologize for that, but let's get this to work this time, guys. So once again, just streak A, slide protect your line right, motion in Sidney Rice, and then throw a bullet pass lead down, and you're off to the races. Usually you get better blocking that as well, but it wasn't for that time. And once again, if they play man coverage, which I'll do next time. So as you can see, you get all these blockers. Very nice, a little screen pass. You can hit him for 6. It's gimmicky. Only run it a couple times a game, not too often, but it's very nice. Okay, against man coverage, if they are in man coverage, as you'll see what happens. Sidney Rice will usually not get open against man coverage, so if you try to pass lead it down, he's going to get tackled immediately. So that's why I keep the running back. If you're just not too sure if they're going to be in man or zone, they're mixing up really well during that game, then that's when you just hit him up with the running back. As you can see, if my lineman just held on to that block a little bit longer, he would have been really good to go for a touchdown. So as you can see, it's a very nice play. Once again, just something I run a couple times a game. So let's move on to the next play I like out of this formation. Okay, you can run the read option. Everyone knows about the read options. I'm not going to show it. Let's go over the PA crossers. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to drag A, put RB on a wheel route, and this is where I do a couple different things with Y. The X receiver is just torches man end zone coverage. I either put Y on a flat route or I put Y on a streak. We'll just put them on flat route this time. And against zone coverage, you can read the two drag routes coming across, and especially if they're zone blitzing you, that's why I love those two routes for bailouts. This time I'm going to streak Y, and once again, of course, block shed. But as you'll see, Y ends up doing a really good job getting in between the zones for a nice completion if you just want a bigger gain. But what I normally do with Y is just put him on a flat route, and and you'll see why. You'll see what he does. Watch, he just zoop. Oh my goodness! Of course, block shed. Let me try that one more time. But right here you can see, especially if you're on the short side of the field, on the left side is the short side. Right when he hits, especially this is really nice whenever your opponent plays a lot of coverage defense, because once he hits the sideline, he'll stop for a second, then he'll shoot straight up or straight to where the void is. Sometimes he'll cut in the middle, sometimes he'll cut up, and then just pass lead it whichever way is away from the defender. Easy big completion, especially against coverage defense. That's very nice. Okay, so let's go over some of the other reads. This deep post is something I really like. Right there, it gets in between all the zones. So they're gonna have to user cover that, and they can't really user cover that along with the two drag routes and the wheel route by the running back, because the wheel route will eventually get open and it will get past the zones. and then you have the Y receiver. So there's a lot to look at at this play. It's very nice. But now let's move on to, and then I'll just show a couple times against man. Let's block the running back this time, get a little extra protection. As you can see, watch. You see how he just torches man coverage. Whenever you put Y on especially against man, I like to put him more on a flat route as well. Because look, right when he's the sideline, boom, he cuts in, and you have a nice little void. He just torches his defender after that. Another thing you can do against man coverage is put 2 whip routes by the B receiver and the tight end. Wheel out, just put your running back on a wheel where you can block him, and then make sure it's in man coverage, and then also put Y on a smart routed out route. As you'll see, you have the whip routes, they just torch man coverage. Whips do a really good job, slants do a good job, everything torches man coverage. That's why I'm not really completely focusing on man coverage. And then especially if they're just playing coverage defense. Look, even if they play coverage defense, as you'll see, B just torches his guy. Made the terrible. I didn't even make a read. I was just looking at him. But let's just go over this and check it out. As you can see, look at that guy. Just torches his man defender, and then the purple goes with the out route. So this whip route was actually taken. And once again, guys, against coverage defense, if nothing's open, you can always just swerve the spy and take off with your quarterback. So just so many ways to beat coverage defense. You know, I'll just spy him, put him in a purple. All right, so you can even motion in X 1 step to not have him bumped, and you can see that's a great throw. But as you can see, he just torches his man defender because he doesn't get bumped. The PA Hawks dig. Okay. We'll just do a cover 4 this time. Come out and cover 4. What I like to do is put A on a drag route or streak him. Put RB on a whip route. And all you do is read the flats of the B and the running back. Anytime they're in cover 4, the flats should be open. Didn't get much that time, but you know, against cover 4, the flats will be open. Hit B in the flats, just wide open cover 4. And then also, you can if you put A on a drag route, he gets open on the drag route underneath all the zones. Easy 5-yard completion. If you throw it at a different level, he'll get even more. See, B's wide open, A's open. If you just wait just a little bit longer, a nice easy 7-yard completion. Okay, let's just go to a cover 3. Wheel route RB. Let's just put A on a streak this time. And honestly, what I like to do in this play is I like to put X. I pretty much do this every time. I haven't done it yet. I forgot to. But I usually put X on either an in route or a slant route. In route if I think it's going to be zone. Slant if I think it's going to be man. Just motion him in a couple steps. As you can see, the in route just torches. It's like a drag route, but it's a little bit more delayed to get across the middle, and I like that. And it's something different that the defense isn't aware of. Now let's do man coverage, where I put X on a slant in, and you'll see how it just torches its man defender whenever you motion him in. So show you that on the replay. Just motion him in a couple steps. That means he's not going to get bumped, and he's going to get inside leverage. And then Once he does that, once he cuts in, you can see he has a couple yards of separation. Easy bullet pass lead to the inside. Okay, you can easily bullet pass lead to the inside. This receiver as well, as along with the post route. I'll go over that a couple times in just a second. Let's just do a cover 3. And like I said, you can put A on the streak as well. It does a good job against zone coverage, getting it right in between all those zones. Different zones, some zones are better to use it against others. If they're trying to send a blitz, like let's say from the right side, doing something like that, and that's whenever you can just streak him, and you'll see a void right there, easy pass. If they're trying to take away the other stuff and they've seen you do a lot of other stuff, then you streak them. But I usually put them on drag route. Streak is very effective too. It's not that effective against man coverage. So once again, if it's man coverage on this play, I would put A on a whip route, and just block your running back, and then put X on a put X on a slant, and then just motion him in a couple steps. I forgot to put the defense in man coverage, but I'll show you in a second. Here we go. Let's just show you this man. Alright, so wheel route, block your running back, put X on a slant route, motion him in. So you have a very, very nice route combination, and it's going to be hard to stop. Okay, against man coverage, easy user catch by the B receiver, as we'll show right here. Even though for some reason Sidney Rice, I cannot put him in the game, but even without Sidney Rice, as you can see, all you have to do is click on. All you have to do is click on and throw a bullet pass lead down to the inside, then click on and user catch it. This guy does not want to catch the ball. Let's get him this time. That time he torches man defender, but as you can see right there, easy user catch against man coverage. And then also what you can do against man coverage is catch the post route by the wide receiver. So man coverage, easy to do. You have the motion and slant by X. You have the wheel route by B right when it cuts up. Just throw a bullet pass lead down into the inside. Same thing, just throw a bullet pass lead down to the inside once Y gets inside position after he makes his break, and then you can put A on a whip route. A lot of times the whip routes are going to get open just like that, and you're off to the races against man coverage. Okay, so these are really my plays, and I'm just going to go random play by the defense a few times, and I'm going to just show y'all kind of how I like to put the scheme together. So always come out in the PA bubble screen, and as you can see, I have like 5 people on this left side of the field, so I do not like the bubble screen. And they do have 2 deep safeties, but they have a lot of people in the box, and so what I'm going to do actually is set up the counter. And the only bad thing about this whole formation is the receivers switch spots on a lot of plays when you audible. That's the only downside about this whole formation. Other than that, it's just straight fire. So all you do, since they didn't base the line, and I like my numbers advantage out to the outside, boom, easy 20-yard completion. All right, so once again, this time they come out in quarters for whatever reason. I'll just throw the bubble. I like the numbers and how the guys were backed off. Even if it was man coverage, the guy I felt like was going to be too far. So once again, I like this formation. There's not a lot of people on the left side of the field, and then if you have Percy Harvin there in the slot, you can just take it off. So we have 3 people here on the side. We only have 1 deep high safety. It's either, I feel like, going to be like some type of cover 1. It looks like a blitz from the right, or a cover 3 blitz. And so I don't like the numbers for either inside zone or counter, because you can see there's a bunch of people to the right of the tight end. There's just not one. And so this is where I'm going to hit him with one of my pass plays. So let's just hit him up with the PA Hawks dig. I'm going to block the running back to the right because it looks like they're blitzing right there. And let's just hit him with a slant because I'm not too sure what kind of defense this is. So it's man coverage. the slant gets open. It didn't get as much separation as I was hoping for, but you still got a nice gain, and I got what I wanted. I read the defense, and I audible to the play I wanted to go to. So right here, I see 3 people on the left side. There's 2 deep safeties. It looks like 2-man under to me. There's an extra corner, as you can see. There's not just him on the outside, but there's also the corner. And so I don't like the counter. But what I do like, see, once again, I thought it was 2-man under, and I just checked, and it is. But what I do like is the inside zone, because once again, there's 2 high safeties. The line is kind of spread out. There's not a ton of people in the box, and I'll just pass block aggressive, and just read my blocks, and take off for 20 yards. So this scheme is really easy. You just have to right here. I would either hit the bubble screen. If I don't really fully want the bubble screen, I'll hit him with the counter, because again, there's no one to the outside to the right. There's just too much for this defense to adjust to. And another easy 15 yards. It's a safe formation, safe play calls. Once again, so there's 1 high safety. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in the box. I do not want to do the inside zone. I would do the counter, and the bubble screen seems okay, but I'm not all for it. So we'll just hit him up with a different pass play. Okay, this could be man coverage. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put B and A on whip routes, and we'll go from there. So it turned out to be man coverage, and the whip route got open. So you can see both whip routes are open. Torch is man coverage. You can see the out route is open, and also this post route is going to get open. So you had 2 easy short completions I decided to go with there, but you also have the touchdown because there's no deep safeties. And so that's kind of how I put together this little scheme, and I definitely wanted to give y'all something. Some of y'all are asking for more tips. I haven't really given out too many this year, so here is a ton. And here is going to be the last little tip of this little play. Is what all the pros do is in the tournament scene is they come out in the PA bubble, and then they audible to inside zone or any type of run play from shotgun, and it makes the running play even more powerful because it makes the blocking even better. I see it sometimes I don't think it is. I'm not too sure. Gotham swears upon it. A lot of people I talk to in the community swears upon doing this. So I just want to bring that to y'all. I think it probably does make some difference. It does probably help. I don't know if it's more of a mental thing. I even see some people go as far as like going to different formations and like coming out in this and then trying to run out of single back doubles or something crazy. But I don't think it really goes across that like that. But I hope this scheme helps. Let me know what you think. To set your audibles, you're gonna have to make a custom playbook to do that. But if you do go to a tournament, you can, it's definitely in there. The one good thing about the audibles, it has inside zone and the play action Hawks dig is both in there. And so the only thing it lacks is the counter play, and then either the screenplay if you want the other screenplay in there, or the crosses play. So it has 2 really good a run audible and a great pass audible. So even if that's all you have, if you're playing like mud or something, you can't have all the different audibles. It's still a great scheme. It has a great run play and a great pass play in those audibles, and you can still come out in the bubble or whatever play you want to come out in. So take this, run with it. Hope you guys enjoy. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe for more Madden 25 online gameplays, tips, commentary, ebooks, and we'll see you next time. I'll see you guys on the sticks. Peace.